Hey there, all. This is Ray with Ray's Guide, and I'm looking here at the mobiGlas under the missions, and I'm seeing some new ones. And one of the new ones is this diluthermix mission, where you got this quantum-sensitive material. You may recall it from the Xenothreat missions if you're around back then. And you gotta deliver it, but you can't use quantum drive, so it's slow. And I was thinking that these are very likely going to be the best first mission for someone just starting out. So to kind of test that theory, I'm going to be doing it here in the most beginner of beginner ships and Aurora. Stock loadout, stock build out. And so we're going to be doing this mission. And the reason why I think this is a great mission for a beginner is that it pays well, pays 2,000 credits more than the pre-pickup delivery missions. A nice low stress, no time pressure. Just got to get there slow and easy, and you don't have to have any dogfighting skills or any special equipment. So it seems like a great choice. So we're going to even notate this mission as if it was somebody doing this mission for the very first time as their very first mission in the verse. So first thing you got to do, of course, get out of your hangar, and then you got to get up to atmosphere, because your first mission, your first leg of this mission is you don't have any of the diluthermix on board. You can use the quantum drive for it, but that's going to be the only time. So the first thing you want to do is you want to point yourself straight up, get up to quantum drive elevation. I usually just turn on my quantum drive early. I see all these red dots, and then when they turn blue, I know right away that I've reached the right altitude. So I reach the right altitude, I lean myself over, and we let the quantum drive get all calibrated and all, and then we're going to zoom over to our first stop, which is going to be at Edmond. Now, it's important here that you're going to come into any landing zone, particularly if it's at night. Don't come in too hot that you can't handle it. But we got good light here at Edmond. We're just going to line up with the landing pad and land. And because this is a mission that's using a lot of hydrogen, I will use the pad so that I can refuel at every single stop. And I get out, and we walk over to the station. We walk over to the pickup point. It's usually just sitting on a shelf, because really nobody cares about this stuff all that much. They just want to get rid of it. And you pick it up, carry it back to your ship, set it down, and then we're ready to go on to the next spot. Now, from this point on, very important, you leave that quantum key alone. Don't touch it. Don't even think about touching it. So the first thing I do is I usually get a little bit up in the air, and then visually I line myself up with where the marker says the destination is. You see, it takes a moment to get lined up, and then once I'm sure I'm lined up, I will pitch myself up to about 45 degrees and hit the speed button, and we go on cruise control, set the maximum cruise control. And I stay with the cruise control until I reach an altitude that will allow me to fly at maximum speed. No higher, because then you're just making your trip longer. But you want to get up to that maximum speed, because you're going to be cruising there for a while. Then once you get up to that maximum speed altitude, in case of Urson, it was about 50,000 meters, 50 kilometers. Then you just kind of roll over, and you want to kind of hold it there. Don't have to be making second by second adjustments, but minute by minute adjustments. Hold it there at that altitude. And you may have to actually keep your pitch just a little bit below zero rather than at zero, because the ground is moving away from you. And so if you just keep it at zero, you will eventually start gaining altitude. Something I sort of learned by experience. So you just hold it there, and it's going to take you a while. And you got to occasionally check that you're still lined up with your destination. There's two ways of doing this. The first is to use free look, to look down without changing your pitch. So you're able to look down and see that you're still pointing in the right direction. Another trick I've found in these cases is that since most of our ships have much better views to the side or above than they do towards the deck, what you can do is fly either half inverted, so that the planet is off to your side, or you can fly fully inverted, so that you're upside down from the standpoint of the planet. But of course, space up and down is all just whatever you want it to be. and that allows you to keep your destination in your sights. Make sure you're still on the right tracking to get to it, while keeping your elevation up right at the point where you need it to be for staying right at your maximum cruising speed. Now, I generally do this all around the trip. You may have to just kick back, relax, enjoy, take a few deep breaths, and enjoy a mission that you're not sweating bullets on. Some of these seem to have just one pickup if it's on a big planet like Hurston, and others seem to have two if it's on a small moon that you're picking up and dropping it off from. Now, I'm finding that these missions take between 30 and 40 minutes to complete. The ones on the planet seem, even though they only got one pickup and one drop-off, actually seem to be the longer of the ones, because you have to fly higher up to get out of the atmosphere, and you're going around a much bigger circle to get around the other side of the planet. And I generally hold this out until I get my distance to the target is about twice my current altitude. Since I'm flying at about 60 kilometers here in elevation, I'm going to wait till I'm about 120 kilometers in distance from my target, and then I'll pitch over and head straight towards it. That'll put me at a downward pitch of about 30 degrees. Nice, easy to control. But once I get into the atmosphere, I start to see some buffeting here. This is normal in any atmospheric travel, so just kind of rest with it, hang with it. Your maximum speed will start dropping, but leave the cruise control on until you reach about maybe 10 or 15 kilometers from the base, and then turn it off and adjust your speed manually until you come up to it. Watch carefully so that you're not coming in too hot and heavy. As soon as you get within maybe a kilometer, go completely, put your gear down if you've forgotten to put it up, unless you forgot to put it up. And then you go just line up with your pad and keep your speed moderate. Again, there's no timer going on here. This is not like the Zeno Provolade mission where every second might be your last. But just line it up nice and easy. Bring yourself down and set it sweetly on the pad. And all you got to do is get up, get the mission box, and you just carry it over to the delivery and put it away. And then you can go check your mobiGlas, and here's another one. Same thing. Pick it up at one place on Hurston, deliver it to another. You can chain together a couple of these if you wish. And it was a great first mission. Easy to do. As you can see, I had no trouble at all doing it in Aurora, and so could you. So it might be a really great choice as your first few missions, and get from that first 5,000 starting units, and then get yourself up to 50, 100,000 units, and then be able to do some your real adventuring in the universe. So fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Ray with Ray's Guide.